It's 1875, and after a long trail ride, you're relaxing in the Jersey Lily. Suddenly, you hear the sounds of gunfire coming from the Wells Fargo office next door. You run to the window, 6-gun ready, only to see 21 members of the Dolphin gang throwing lead at the bank. You draw your .45 and dispatch 5 of the outlaws from there, but the rest of them are headed for the bank. You reckon to even the odds a bit, so you run next door to defend your payroll. As you arrive, 4 of them are already coming through the back door. So you grab your side-by-side, some shells from the strongbox, and let loose at those unlucky thieves. Quickly now you move to the safe, where another 6-gun awaits, and invite 5 more to Boot Hill. So without stopping, you grab your Winchester, take cover, and throw lead back at 6 of the gang. Your rifle's empty, but you're still facing Ed Dalton, so you load one from your belt and end their grand plan right there. Welcome to Cowboy Action Shooting.
Tonight's Lone Star Adventure is an unusual sport that combines the best of dress-up, play acting, and noisy revelry.
We are headed for a showdown with a Cowboy Action Shooting Club called the Comanche Valley Vigilantes at a small ranch near Glen Rose, Texas.
So I wanted to live in Texas all my life. Finally, I got the chance, and I got here. And then I found this Cowboy Action Shooting, and it's like living a dream, and it's like getting to be Gene Autry and the Lone Ranger and all of that.
This is Cowboy Action Shooting, the fastest growing firearms game in the country.
The fun thing about this is, even though it's competitive, if you hit the targets fine, and if you don't hit them, you just shoot and giggle.
Contestants are judged on speed and accuracy along a series of stations with varying scenarios.
Gus, I almost didn't find you pecan trees, but I could see your nuts.
The scenarios are taken out of just pure fiction, out of a Western movie, out of an old TV series. Sometimes they're reenactments of actual events that took place. I grew up in the 50s with Shane and High Noon and all the TV Westerns, so I'm just kind of going back to what I was doing when I was a teenager now.
Each contestant has an alias and an alter ego. In real life, Colt Law is a lawyer named John Michael Franks.
Costuming is a great part of it. In fact, a lot of people in this sport, they could care less about the shooting, and it's the costuming and the old accoutrements that they can collect and wear.
I think that adds a lot to it. I think if everybody just came out here in shorts and a t-shirt, it wouldn't be as much fun.
Cowboy Action Shooting Clubs are actually part of a fairly young sport, one that originated in California in the 1980s with a group called SAS. Single Action Shooting Society. In 1995, there were just 2,500 members nationwide. By the year 2000, that had grown to more than 35,000 in 20 different countries.
I will take that from those saucy bartenders.
Comanche Valley Vigilantes is the second largest cowboy action shooting club in the world, with 300 members who shoot once a month near Glen Rose, Texas, at a small ranch they call Buck Creek.
My great-grandfather first came to this place in 1877.
Doug Prine is a Western artist who owns Buck Creek and often uses Comanche Valley Vigilantes as models for his paintings.
A lot of them spend a great deal of time in researching their outfits and their equipment, and everything's pretty authentic. Most of them are born 150 years too late.
All the weapons here were invented before 1900. They're either vintage or replicas. And many of the shooters strive to be authentic in both equipment and role.
We try to go and do that by always being in character, always being dressed the part, acting like we're in the 1800s, even though we're not.
In fact, what the sport really taps into is the 1950s and 60s, when children grew up
playing cowboys and Indians with a wooden horse and a cap pistol.
Well, I grew up in the age with Roy Rogers and Gene Archery and used to play with cap pistols. Now they let me play with real pistols, so that's the attraction for me. In most sports, everything's really competitive, so you have to fight for first place. Out here, nobody really cares. Everybody's having fun.